Right, let's go back to our top story then. A new witness, Sergeant Moses Mabasa, is testifying in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial. That comes after the cross-examination of police cellphone analyst Colonel Lambertus Steyn. SABC News reporter Sipho Kekana is following court proceedings and joins us live. A very good afternoon to you, Sipho. Just take me through what happened in court earlier today.
Good afternoon, Singh. What we have just witnessed, the proceedings here at the North Gauteng High Court ended on somewhat of a bang, and this is when the new witness in the trial, and that is Sergeant Moses Mabasa, was going through the pictures that were found on the suspect's phone. And the last picture just before the adjournment was a picture of a gun that he says was found on the suspect's phone, which was saved as my killing machine. You will understand that from previous reports we've heard about a gun saved as my killing machine as the gun that perhaps could have been the weapon that was used in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October on that evening in Vosloorus. But before that, what happened was that we saw the previous witness, that is analyst and investigating officer, Colonel Lambertus Steyn, concluding his evidence, telling the court that in his 41-year experience as an analyst and giving evidence in court, his evidence has never rejected by any court. In fact, he has also told the court that it was in 2009 that a judge officially declared him an expert based on his qualifications and experience. And that was, you remember that he took the stand from last week where he detailed the links, cell phone links between the people who were in the house the night that Meyiwa was murdered and the people that allegedly came into entered the house, or say the 5 accused that are actually standing trial at the moment, trying to establish those links. He established, you'll remember that he did say that then there was 2 phone calls on the 2nd of August and on the 15th of August that came from a number that was being used by accused 5, that is Sipho Kekana, to Kelukhumalu's phone on those 2 occasions. And remember that the last call was just on the 15th of October, just 11 days before Meyiwa was murdered. And he detailed all of that, and we had him yesterday say that from his also from his own investigations, he could not tell what the content of those conversations were, and he could also not tell whether there was any conspiracy. So today he basically was just concluding the cross-examination by Zandile Mshololo, and we had also him say that he cannot really say that the phone that was being used, or that is being linked to accused number 5, did belong to accused number 5, because he had not necessarily done his own investigation, saying that Brigadier Gininda, who was the investigating officer of this case, needed to come into court to explain exactly how he linked that phone number to accused number 5. But he did say that from his own investigation as well, he did establish that the 6 numbers that were mentioned were being used by accused number 5, were being saved in the other accused phones as numbers that belonged to accused 5. So because of that, those numbers should have belonged to accused number 5, and we saw Zandile Mshololo taking him on all of those. So basically, in a nutshell, that is what came through, and today during that cross-examination, and before he concluded, and then he concluded, and then Sergeant Mabasa came onto the stand. You remember that Mabasa is the guy that actually downloaded the data that Lambertus Steyn analyzed. So he comes in very, very important, because there are some questions which he could not answer during the cross-examination, repeatedly saying that the person who downloaded the data will come in court, and those questions can then be posed to him. And in conclusion, that's what Mshololo did say, to say that it's fine because you are saying that you are not the person who downloaded that data. I will park my questions and I will put them to the person who actually did make those downloads, and that is the person that is currently on the stand now. So we've just taken right now an hour's adjournment. As I say, that Mabasa was just going through a number of pictures that were found on the suspect's phone. So when we come back at 2, we expect Mabasa to continue on that, to explain some of those pictures, including a picture of a gun saved as my killing machine. Nzinga.